What's up, everybody? Here for an early one. Talk about this Intergalactic Intel. You know, so y'all come on in. What's up, Brian? Yeah, come on in for this early session. What up, kid? Yeah, I'll come on in for this early morning session. We'll give him another minute, then we'll get started. All right. How about we begin? They'll come in when they come in. Or catch it on the rewind. Either one. So, let me tell you what this is about. I call this one Intergalactic Intel because, I went to go see Men in Black. Men in Black have been coming out since the 90s. The first ones was with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. And now you got Thor and Tessa Thompson, who also played Valkyria. So I guess that was a great they had great chemistry, so they went and did another movie together. Now, Men in Black in reality, because you actually have a Men in Black in reality, were actually fucking assassins. Word is they killed Nikola Tesla and Edward Lee Scalding and all of them, right? Just assassinated a lot of scientists who was vibrating on that level. You see what I'm saying? On their crime or whatever. But what made this different is what these boys was doing. They was into what you like to call advanced technologies or creating advanced technologies. If they wasn't shutting down Nikola Tesla and Edward Lee Scalding instead of worshiping Albert Einstein at the time, then we'd be in a completely different society. Thomas Edison was the one who shut him down also, So it's because direct current was the thing at the time, and Nikola Tesla came with some battle with alternating current. So this is what you're seeing here. He had came with alternating current to give you this advanced technology again on the planet, and they shut it down. His shit was so powerful that he literally used his technology to transfer electricity through his body and shoot it out his finger like force lightning, like the Emperor in Star Wars, right? And Count Dooku. So you seeing these enlightened minds been hitting the planet since the late 1800s. You see what I'm saying? Mid to late 1800s. They've been hitting the planet, but they've been getting killed off before they can finish their work. So these powerful scientists and engineers and technicians, you see what I'm saying, and mathematicians, shit, they'll do a thing and get murked once they reach a certain level with their math. Once they start tapping into their supreme mathematics and their supreme science, they start taking them out. So this is what happened with most of them. This is why the world is in the shape it's in right now, and we kind of in a limbo period in this era that we in, because the scientists that's been hitting the planet, they tell you that this the age of geniuses. Not the age of geniuses starting in the late 1800s. They've been hitting the planet. What's been going on is they've been killing off these scientists before they can, they most of the time they actually complete their technologies, but they steal their technologies from them and kill them off. You see what I'm saying? This is what's happening with these engineers, these powerful engineers. And they created this idea, oh, you gotta get your shit patented. Then they jack the prices up on getting your shit patented. And then even if you do get it patented, then they can kill you and take your shit anyway, because they don't want to pay you for it. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's patented, that means they gotta pay you for as long as the technology stay relevant. You see what I'm saying? It's a passive income. They don't want to pay you that shit, so they really just kill you off and keep their money and call it a day. So that's what this deadly elitist cabal government has been doing for the last such amount of years. I know for the last, since the late 1800s, they've been doing it hard. You see what I'm saying? Because these scientists been here. They've been dropping electromagnetic teachings. You see what I'm saying? They've been dropping teachings on liquid nitrogen and liquid energy and mind interface technology. Like Otis T. Carr, this nigga actually created a spaceship. But when he created the spaceship, the motherfucking the government raided his shit and took it. And their excuse was, if you was to release this technology, it would literally tank our economy, because you will no longer need a standard economy if you have access to the vastness of space and all its resources. You see what I'm saying? You can go to any planet and gather resources, and set up colonies and stuff like that. So you go terraform planets, and terraform just basically mean you alter the atmospheric conditions of the planet to where it becomes livable and hospitable. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's about. So Men in Black is one of those movies that they call, that a lot of my UFOologists call ET disclosure, or disclosing this bigger world with these alien beings or ETs or other deities on other planets or planes of existence. You see what I'm saying? And they come here and they come here and do that, and experience the planet and then keep it moving, right? So, but I like how they do the Men in Black in the movies, because the MIB in the movies is actually an intergalactic police force. A police corps who governs and protects their planet and goes to other places and, help other races out. You see what I'm saying? So they've been dropping these movies since the 90s. You see what I'm saying? With all these advanced technologies. The cars don't even use fuel. They powered by liquid energy. You see what I'm saying? Electromagnetic combustion. You see what I'm saying? So electromagnetic gravitation, mind interface technologies, all this shit. You see what I'm saying? You see these niggas using photon rays and plasma guns. You see what I'm saying? They going in this movie. They got all this advanced technology to fight these different ETs, and this world actually exists. Yes, this is one of the secrets that the government has been keeping from you. They've been in contact with ETs for years. For at least America's been in contact with ETs since the 1900s, early 1900s. You see what I'm saying? So, I know definitely since World War II. You see what I'm saying? I know definitely since then. They definitely been in contact with them. Philadelphia experiment, all that shit. Go check it out. So this is what this movie is about. And Liam Neeson says in the movie that the universe has a way of making sure you're always at the right place at the right time. This is the law of correspondence. You see what I'm saying? One of the Hermetic laws, which states that as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Right? So that's basically what they're saying here. You learn to you learn when you in tune with your soul and the universe around you. You always seem to be at the right place because you walking through the force. You see what I'm saying? What's up, John Darius? You walking through this force, this impersonal dimension or realm that always make sure that you shuffle around and be where you need to be at the right moment, at the right time. Right? What up, David? And this movie displayed this beautifully with Tessa Thompson. Cause they was basically getting her power back. Cause she was a agent in training. She was a Jedi in training. Cause that's basically what the MIB in the movies are. Jedi. You see what I'm saying? Intergalactic peacekeepers for the planet Earth or the heart chakra. You see what I'm saying? So they was basically getting her power back in the movie. She was pretty much getting anointed. You know, going through her Jedi training and learning the ways of the Force. You know. They was teaching her about intergalactic technology. They was teaching her about different ETs. They was and different races, how they operate, what they do. They was showing you different realms that they operate in within the Earth. That's like literally, I may be sitting here in this car, and I'm outside the park, but there may be a pocket dimension right next to this. There actually is a pocket dimension right next to this that I can enter into, and a whole other group of beings are doing a whole other their own thing in that particular dimension. You see what I'm saying? Because all these beings live right next door to us. A lot of them do within the consciousness of within Earth's consciousness. You see what I'm saying? Because just like we dream and go into different dimensions, Earth dreams and go and has created different dreamlands and dimensions for us to operate in. Right? So this is what we mean by ET disclosure. You see what I'm saying? We got like a new entity that's on the scene now called QAnon. Now QAnon, they been told you about QAnon. Actually, they told you about QAnon in the fucking Matrix with the Oracle. The QAnon is the new Oracle program. And what is the QAnon trying to do? It's trying to unbalance this Matrix so they can break this Matrix, break that shit down and destroy this shit. That's one of the and is word on the street is it's being ran by ETs. You see what I'm saying? It's being ran by extraterrestrials or deities that have an interest in this planet and want to see it ascend to the next level so that they can come back and live on the planet. Because Earth is a well-known, powerful planet. When the Black Goddess is created back in the day, and they even tell you in the movie about the first migration. The first migration is the primordial deities coming over here, but the ET migration is when many ETs start coming to the planet and start setting up colonies and settling in here. That was the migration for Earth. You see what I'm saying? So they tell you about that in the movie. They show you all these different beings and how they operate. They show you intergalactic laws and how these beings work with each other. And they all part of a federation. You see what I'm saying? So this is what it's about. And since it's a movie, of course, it's metaphysics. They call it Men in Black. Well, it's men in melanin. Of course, it's men and women in melanin because you have female Jedi too. So men who learn how to harness and access their melanin to do different things, men and women. You see what I'm saying? So this is what this is about. This is an explosive movie. Pretty good. They've been doing this shit since I was a kid, though. I've been watching Men in Black since I was a kid. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones been holding it down. Well, they came back to they incorporated the feminine energy this time, which they did in the third movie. They started in the third movie and then brought it back again in this movie. So they gave you Thor and the Valkyrie. They gave you that Thor is the god of lightning, and the Valkyrie was Odin's personal god in Norse mythology. You see what I'm saying? So they showing you the rise of the Valkyrian energy. You see what I'm saying? And what is a Valkyrian? What is a Valkyrie? A warrior goddess. You see what I'm saying? Her counterpart, the Valkyrie's counterpart, would be Hera in Greek mythology. You see what I'm saying? It would be Sekhmet in ancient Egyptian mythology. Just some examples here. So, what's going on here? What this war consciousness about, or ET disclosure is about, is bringing that shit back to the planet. You got all these advanced medical technology that can help people. You got shit that can cure fucking Down syndrome. You see what I'm saying? Cure mental illnesses. But the elites, the cabal, and their dark ET contacts are hoarding this advanced technology and locking it down. I released some time ago screenshots and videos of the movie Angels and Demons, and they showed you just one fucking archive that's up under the Vatican, the church, the Catholic Vatican Church, and that shit expanded for miles, and that was just one. And there's one archive center all across the planet. For us, for the American branch, it's the Smithsonian Museum. There's a giant archive center below here. When they found the advanced technologies over here, and they came out and they raided all the burial grounds, the mounds, and they took those technologies and locked them down so you couldn't access them or learn how to use them. Cause their objective here is to keep you locked down on this dimension so they can rule you. You know, the third dimension is all about duality. So all they gotta do is create circumstances or create a society that runs itself, a self-sustaining society, and they know you gotta come down here and learn lessons. So most of the times is a lessons about duality. They know the average person is gonna be unbalanced. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this is about. This is what they showing you in these movies. You know, you got many ETs. You got thousands of ET groups watching this shit. The Atlanteans back. The Lemurians coming back. So you got inner Earth beings who are ready, who ready to rise up after the ascension process is over with to give us these advanced technologies. You see what I'm saying? They let some of them slide out. Like, I wish I had brought it with me, like the Lemurian seed crystals or the Vril generator or Tachyon technologies, you know, like Tachyon pendants and Tesla cars. So some of they've already released, but it's way more than that, y'all. It's way bigger than that. So that's what this is about. That's what MIB is about. Men and women in melanin, or men and women that has learned to access and harness their melanin. That's what the black represent in the movie. You see what I'm saying? They're wearing white too, but white is just alchemical melanin. After you took the original melanin and took it through an alchemical process, so it could be in its rawest and purest form. You see what I'm saying? So you can use it more better on this side of the equation. You see what I'm saying? So that's all the white represent in this movie too. So it's yin and yang, because they just wear black and white in the whole movie, and they show you all these ETs, you know, walking around on the planet. They got businesses, they got all this shit, because we ETs. You see what I'm saying? Well, yeah, we ETs, the starseeds are ETs especially, because we just coming down here to help ascend the planet. But if we was to leave here and go to Venus or somewhere, then 9 times out of 10, they would look at us as ETs. You see what I'm saying? Extraterrestrials. That's all it means. You are a being from another terrain. You see, so that's all terrestrial mean. You are another being from another terrain. You extra. You more than what's on this particular plane of existence. This particular planet. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this MIB is all about. And they showed you in the movie. They supposed to be fighting this group called the Hive, which we know as the Archons. You see what I'm saying? They hail from the Draco constellation. You talking about the Draco reptilians, you know, draconians or whatever, the negative ones in this case, in a way. And what's happening here? They going around to different planets, sucking up the planets and absorbing them into their life force. Well, in this movie, it goes down, and the guy is set up in great position to destroy the Hive, or the archonic energies. You see what I'm saying? The archonic frequencies of this world. See what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. So yes, you do have Archons. They supposed to be an advanced AI technology who operate from, they're actually astral energies that operate from the fourth dimension, or 4D, or the fourth density, you know, and they're supposed to be doing what? Taking over, conquering. And they're working with another group of beings from Orion, the Orion Empire, to conquer this particular dimensional space all around the cosmos. And they pissed off a lot of beings from what it's looking like. And these beings have staged the resistance against their ass. Thus, you know, Star Wars, the Empire versus the Rebels. And now they kicking their ass. You see what I'm saying? But in this case, it's the Orion Empire versus the Galactic Federation. You know, many different ET groups that came together to deal with this particular problem. And these Archons, these AI beings are infecting your technologies. You see what I'm saying? It's supposed to be 01110. You see what I'm saying? That's what they look like. That's their code, their binary code when they've infected your technology. 01110, which look like eyes but with a frowning face. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they look like. If you ever see that code in your technology, then that's how you know they've infected that shit. See what I'm saying? And you can wipe them out with your magic, though. You can wipe them out with your energy, with your mind, your mental energies, your first eye. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you're dealing with here. And that's what this ET disclosure campaign has been about with the UFOologist community. You see what I'm saying? They've been launching this campaign to bring these technologies to the planet, which ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, ain't nothing wrong with bettering yourself or bettering your society. And if it takes them connecting with a certain aspect to do it. But the most important thing you can do right now is work on your spirits. You see what I'm saying? Tune into your souls and get right. Ascend up out of this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Do your internal work. But there's nothing wrong with supporting or helping this little ET disclosure movement so they can help free the planet. You see what I'm saying? There's another way to help free the planet. So there you go. That's what this is all about. And they working their asses off. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you're seeing all this chaos in society right now. All this beautiful chaos, actually. You know, all these false flags. That just mean that's the prophesied fall of this system. Not just America, this system. The matrix itself. Not just America. America is part of this system. Remember that this version of America right now is part of this system. This archonic matrix that we are living in, that even in the sky, if you ever notice, in the sky, they're like a barrier. That's their matrix. They have a energetic shield over the planet, blocking you from seeing what space really look like. You see what I'm saying? So this was going on here, and different beings. I forget the lady name who flew the plane around the world, and she actually ran to that barrier. And they have drones waiting for your ass if you make it to that barrier to shoot you down. It wouldn't matter anyway, because even if they didn't have drones, your ass was running to the barrier and blow up because you didn't even know it was there. They don't even teach that shit. You see what I'm saying? Let them tell it that we just in an infinite planet that don't have boundaries, but they've created boundaries. So you know, you hitting barriers and shit and getting destroyed. That's why planes only go to 19,000 feet or 20,000 feet, because if they go to, let's say, 50 to 100,000 feet, then they hit the barrier and blow up. You see what I'm saying? And even with it, and we already know they defunct the space program. That motherfuckers never left. You see what I'm saying? NASA never had it was all staged. You see what I'm saying? The Hidden Figures was real. You know, the ladies who did the math, that was real. But the actual fucking the actual takeoff for the spaceship into space never happened. You see what I'm saying? That never happened. You know, NASA's always been like a big deflection, you know, for the secret space programs, or SSP. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you have secret space programs on the planet. You have motherfuckers know how to exit the barrier and come into the barrier, true. But how they showing you to do, how they do it on NASA? Nah, they don't do it that way. They have advanced technological ships that uses MIT or mind interface technologies to travel. Or depending on the beings and how spiritually advanced they are, they just use their macabres. Cause I seen that before when I was working security in Mount Brook. I seen motherfucker was flying. It was a light being. He was flying, and they activated his macabre. It was a 6-pointed star, just like it is in the books. And then they warped up out of here. You see what I'm saying? So there are many different ways to travel. Not just these old ass technological spaceships that they showing you on TV. These motherfuckers got ships that's made out of pure nanocarbon. You see what I'm saying? They could travel anywhere in the galaxy if they even want to use that. Depending on, they might just use their light bodies. They might just use their light vehicles. That's what a macabre is, and just travel like that, depending on the being and what they're doing. But some of them do travel in ships when they're just traveling to be traveling. You see what I'm saying? But if they're on a specific mission or something, and they know they're just going from one place to the next and back, then they usually just use their macabres. They don't even waste their internal. They don't even waste it. They don't even waste their time getting to a physical ship. See what I'm saying? They just use their macabres. But if they like traveling, like traveling like how they do in Star Trek from place to place for long periods of time, then they'll use physical spaceships. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not going back to one place for a long period of time. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you're dealing with. This is what you're dealing with here. So MIB or Men in Black is showing you these intergalactic police forces, police corps that's set up all around the cosmos. Every species has one. Even Earth. Even Earth has an intergalactic police force. They'll never tell you that. But that's what the Men in Black are originally supposed to be about, even on Earth. But they turn out to just be killers for the most part. They just assassinate anybody who get too close. So this is what you're dealing with here. These are the hidden technological sciences and intergalactic intel that they'll never tell you. You see what I'm saying? Although we know, but they're never exposed to society because they don't want people to know that there's more than just this shit. Because they give them hope and give them an idea. They give them inspiration to create these technologies so we can travel the stars. But the way it got it set up now, they kill that in you early in your life. They kill that inspiration, that creativity by locking you in the school system and have you grow up and have you learn the same thing over and over again for 18 years. Like the same shit you learned in 2nd grade is the same shit you're going to learn in 12th grade and in college. They never expose you to higher advanced mathematics, sciences, spiritual mathematics, sciences, metaphysics, spiritual sciences, occult sciences. They never expose you this. You're supposed to learn that shit. You're supposed to learn occult science and everything from ages, goddamn, 8 to 12, 8 to 15 around here. And by the time you was 16 or 17, you're supposed to be working on your technologies and shit, that and sciences and trades, so you have something to offer your civilization. That's how it's supposed to be. Then from 25 to 30, you're supposed to be space traveling. Going from 25 to 30, you just go around the cosmos experiencing intergalactic life. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Men in Black. It's powerful movies like that. Of course, besides Men in Black, that show you ET Disclosure. Star Trek, a big one. Jupiter Ascending, real big one. Huge one. Because they literally like ascend. You watch Jupiter ascend into her intergalactic power. So yeah, what up, Joanna? So you seeing this? So you see this explosiveness. What else you got? You got video games, Mass Effect. I know that's a big one. You got another movie that I enjoyed that showed you how space, how they living in space, which is a movie called Serenity. So check that out. That's also a dope one too. So you got these movies. You got these movies showing you ET Disclosure. Another game that showed you intergalactic revelations, which was that I know is popular, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Yeah, so check that one out. So yeah, they been showing you this. But Mass Effect is probably the most powerful one out of all of them. So if you're a gamer, get the Mass Effect series. They the most powerful shit out there as far as ET disclosure. You know, especially Andromeda, which was Andromedans who have a big interest in this planet because a lot of their people are incarnated down here right now. So them, the Pleiadians, Arcturians, you know. Let's see here. Let me think of any more. There's many. Yeah, it's many. They incarnated on the planet, helping to raise the fruits of the planet. They know, and we call them star seeds. You know, just one aspect of the star seed. Your extraterrestrial DNA, because you're not from here. You're a psychic warrior and warriors who came down here to do work. You know, so don't let these motherfuckers fool y'all into thinking that we are just this society. We are just this. We are not just this. All the motherfuckers that came out with these advanced technologies ask yourself why the world still look like how it look. Motherfuckers, we've been watching cartoons since kids, like the Jetsons, even animes, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop. They've been showing you space shit for years. Tell me why the world still look like this. See what I'm saying? With the advanced technology. Shit, they Back to the Future, they was exposing that technology then. You know, time travel. You know, how the future was supposed to look, how advanced we were. And you seen that shit yet, y'all. So what's going on here? And it was 2015 in Back to the Future. It's 2019 now, and we still ain't seen it. So that tells me that they are styling our scientific growth. You see what I'm saying? They styling our growth in every which way, both spiritually and scientifically and technologically. So don't let and especially artistically, they shutting that down as well. They don't want you to do nothing creative for real. They may let a few slide through the cracks, you know, because they didn't make their movies and shit. You know, and you know, a lot of them do like paintings and stuff like that. But for the most part, you'll never hear about too many artists. And this is why, because artists tap into a whole other dimensional plane and bring out and bring their works forth into this world. And when they do that, say for example, these realms exist because they brought it here, and now the mass consciousness is connected to it and is encoded into Earth's consciousness. You see what I'm saying? Akashic records, as we also know it is. So there you go. This is how it all works. This how this shit really works. They got us walking around here thinking that we just mindless humans, when y'all are actually gods and goddesses in training. You see what I'm saying? That's what's really going on here. So, with that being said, do y'all have any questions? Before I get up out of here. Alright. If y'all have no questions, man, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out there. Let them know. Share this with your friends. Let them know what it is. And I'm out. Peace.